most people are like this.
Wow, so instead of relying on people that give you the chance, why don't you create your own?
If you don't have, right, even if you have the money, but you just lose it eventually.
Instead, we must be sensibly optimistic, which means we know that there will be full of challenges in the path, in the journey in front, but then we are still having a very good time of it.
The highest form of wealth is the ability to wake up every morning and say, I can do whatever I want today. Hey everyone, welcome to the Future Builders podcast by Empowered Liion. I'm Daniel.
And I'm Ballerina. We are here to have you turn your passion into a fulfilling career and live the life you desire.
It's possible to make money while doing what you truly love. And we are doing this right now. Yay!
Daniel, have you been hearing people saying that if you want to be a millionaire, first of all, you need to have a millionaire mindset?
Yes, I've heard it a lot. It means that you need to have that kind of knowledge in order to hold that money. If you don't have that kind of knowledge, right, even if you have the money, but you will just lose it eventually.
Yes, just like a lot of those beggars that bought lottery and then they just got a few $1,000,000, but then in less than 1 month, they just spend all of them and become a beggar again.
Yeah, so how does that lead to our topic for today?
So that has proven that having a correct mindset regarding money is super important. That's why we are coming into the topic today. We are going to introduce you a book that called The Psychology of Money. The author is Morgan Housel, and the book is written in 2020.
I see. And this author has consolidated all his learnings about money into this book, and this is one of the best books that I've ever read in terms of finance.
Wow, that's amazing. Then I think today we will mainly focus on the mindset. Then in the future episodes, we'll be diving deeper, even deeper into more things that the book have covered and also the strategies that teach you how to make more money and how to sustain your wealth also.
Absolutely.
All right, Daniel, would you like to share the first topic of today?
Yeah, so I want to first share the most important takeaway that I have got from this book. This is mentioned by the author. So if you can only remember one sentence from this entire episode, just remember this. The highest form of wealth is the ability to wake up every morning and say, I can do whatever I want today. This is the highest dividend that money pays.
Wow, that's so powerful. Like, you do not need to worry about anything else. Literally, just do whatever you want to do. Like, if you want to go shopping today, just go shopping. You want to travel to, let's say, another country, just feel free to do so. What you have to do is just book the ticket and pack your luggage and just go ahead.
Yeah, so it's like you can do whatever you want at what time you want with who you want for as long as you want.
Wow, it's all about what I want.
Yes.
That's good. That's good. So I think because of this, the benefit that money have brought to us is all about freedom, right?
Yeah, it actually gives you more choices. It's like you are not restrained on doing a certain thing because you want to achieve the other one.
I see. Because I've heard people saying that like they earn money just to do whatever they want.
Yeah, I think you've got this very real experience from your nursing career, right?
Yes, because for me personally, I always do what I want to do. So if I feel like the job that I'm currently working on does not bring me any values or any benefit, I would just rather jump into another one instead of wasting my time there. Although the money is quite attractive.
Mhm.
So for my colleagues, I heard them saying that they're so tired, they're not happy at all every day, literally every day. I have not received any single good comment about the job.
Yeah.
So the good comment of the job, right, is coming from the people not from this industry.
Mhm.
They will say, well, you're an angel, like no one can do this kind of job except you. You're the only one who can do this job with a good quality. Like, wow, what the heck is this?
It's like only the person doing the job knows what the real world is like.
Yes, definitely. So, for my job, although the nurses who are working right now, they are definitely financially secure because it's your rice bowl, right? You don't
Yeah.
need to worry about that you will lose your job one day unless you are delivering a very poor quality of work.
Yeah, so the industry needs more people to just work for as long as they are needed.
Yes, I feel sorry to say this, but they will just take anyone who are willing to do this job without their qualification. They do not need any qualification to be in this industry. So the first thing they do is asking you whether you have the interest. If you have, then they will send you for courses, for trainings. Then after that, you can just successfully be enrolled into this industry.
It seems that the demand of this job is so high that they could just take anyone, and they will, meaning to say the people who work on this career, they will just keep doing the same thing for their entire life.
Yes, although they keep focusing on critical thinking,
Mm-hmm.
which I think almost every industry need this, every job need this.
Mm-hmm.
But for nursing, what I feel right now as a student, what I experience is we just do all repetitive job every day. Like for example, yesterday I went to my ward and my ward is about a stroke ward. So whoever got stroke was sent to our ward for rehabilitation.
Mm-hmm.
So they are highly demand in their ADLs, means their activities of daily living. That means they cannot do their dressing on their own, they cannot feed themselves, they need somebody to help them, and they're very demanding.
Mm.
So it's all about physical work in my ward. So yesterday I went into my ward after we hand over from the morning shift because I was afternoon shift. Then I just start to change diaper
Mm.
because that's after lunchtime. So I just change diaper after one patient, then followed by another patient, then many more patients coming. Yes. Then after that, it's tea break time again. So after lunchtime, change diaper. After changing diaper, tea break.
Okay, so it is like the work is so routine that you are doing the same thing all over again at different timing of the day.
Yeah,
And
so it's all about like if you're an in charge, then you need to give medication, then you do less about those junior work.
mm,
But because of I'm still a student
mhm.
and there are really, really lack of manpower, so I have no choice. I can only change diaper and feed the patients.
Oh, so now after years of working, right,
Mhm.
I mean the skill of the nurses in their life, they will become just being proficient at changing diapers or this daily routine.
Let's don't say about changing diaper
Mm.
because that one is too basic work. Let's talk about wound dressing,
Uh-huh.
maybe, and then wound dressing and maybe insertion of some tube or whatever, giving medication,
Uh-huh.
I think the skills that you can learn is limited because you can't learn any more thing.
Mm.
The wound dressing, if you master it, eventually it's just a wound dressing, right?
Mm.
You agree with me?
Yeah, so the skills that nurses gain is very limited to this field.
Yes, I know that my sisters in my ward or my mentors, my preceptors, they might have an objection because they don't think it is just there. They think you can definitely learn more as long as you want. After you graduated from diploma, you can study a degree. After degree, you can go back to advanced diploma, then do your master's, do your PhD.
So just become a better nurse.
Yeah.
Okay, so it feels like this career just restrain you into
Mm,
doing this specific work. So it doesn't
definitely.
actually give you more choices.
Yes, so for me, although my colleagues they are financially secure, then they can buy whatever things they want. So
Mhm.
after they got their salary every month, they will go for traveling or buy their favorite things, like
Mm-hmm.
buy their Chanel makeup thingy or their bags,
Mm-hmm.
But for me, although I can choose to be financially secure and buy the things that I want, I don't need to worry about money at all. But I don't feel that I want my life to be wasted on this thing. That means I want to contribute more values to the community.
Mm.
I would love to help more people other than the people in hospitals.
Yeah, so for those nurses, they are just trading their time for that stable amount of financial in their
Yes.
life. But for you, right, you actually want more. Even though maybe in the short term you are not as financially secure as those nurses, but no, you could grow even more. You have got more potential than them and infect more people.
Yes, I would never ever waste my time on the things that do not bring any benefit to myself.
Mm,
Because as a nurse, I'm like a candle. I burn myself just to light up people's life, but not mine.
agree on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So here comes to the lesson of the story. The real power of money is about buys you more choices, but not things.
Mm,
And then it can also buy you time and experiences as well. Because if you have money, then there's no point that you just use that money to buy the things that you like and then go back to work again, right?
yeah, so those people, like typical workers, their only purpose of goal is to just work so that they got money to enjoy.
Yes.
In the future date, like they book a vacation which is like half a year away, and then they save up the money in
Yeah.
order for that vacation. I mean, like, why don't do this now? Like, why don't you enjoy like every moment of your life?
Exactly. So that's why I ask my friends and my colleagues, why do you work?
Mm-hmm.
They say they want money.
Mm.
And I mean, I ask them, after that, after you got money, what do you do? Do the things I love, definitely. That's the reply from them. But I feel so weird because in my point of view, why don't you work for the things that you truly love, truly enjoy doing? Then you earn your income from there, right? That make
Mm.
more sense because life is about enjoying every moment, not just work so hard for now, then enjoy later on.
Yeah, but sadly, this is what the society teach us, right? Our education system teach us to be like this. So most people are like this. So, if we want to escape from that, we don't want to be those typical worker, we have to act differently.
Definitely.
Yeah, so I think we can move on to the next one.
Yeah. So the next point from this book that teaches nothing is as good or as bad as it seems.
Yeah, so this is very profound yet an important concept for us to take note on, because our lives are filled with ups and downs, and during the good times, we feel that we are going to be like this forever, we are going to have this like huge amount of fortune forever.
People tend to be more arrogant because they are enjoying the highlight of the time.
But they don't realize that this might be gone sooner than they think. Yeah, and on the other hand, let's say when there's a misery happens on someone's life, they will think that no, the world is ending. They might want just to end their life even.
I can only say they are not prepared for this.
Yeah,
So we definitely need to get ourselves prepared for every situation of life. So no matter it's good or bad, nothing is permanent.
yeah, but it is also very hard to believe that things will turn out good when the situation is like so bad in your life. Let's say you just got divorced, then your parents pass away, everything hit you at the same time, then you got retrenched. No, it is very hard for you to think that you
Absolutely.
can just flip your life at that point of time.
Let's say I got my loan to pay right now and I need to worry for my next month's expenses. It's so hard to tell me that you will definitely got a million next month. I'm like, wow, what is this? I can hardly believe this.
Yeah, so maybe I can share one example about like nothing is like good or bad as it seems. So this is my own real story that happened in 2019.
Mhm.
Now, During that time, I was a student in investing world. So I was very passionate about investing. I just got started in the stock market. So I learned from everywhere I could. So I joined this financial education company as a student. So after I learned there, because I'm very interested, I'm very passionate about this. So I became a volunteer in that company itself.
Good.
Yeah, so I help out the event for free to engage with the future students and so on. Now, one day that company had an job opening. So the
Mhm.
job opening was about operational and executive assistant
Mhm.
in the company itself. So I was like so excited. I was so happy that I just applied to that job. So I got the interview. Then during the interview, I was very enthusiastically talking about how I was going to, teach those students to make sure that their life got
Like
changed.
you have a lot of passion in this, then you want to affect more lives.
Yeah, I want to impart the knowledge to more people. So
Uh-huh.
this was my goal back then. So I was sharing like so happily to the interviewer. Then you know what the interviewer told me that, no, based on what you just shared, right, I have to reject you right away.
Why?
He said, we are hiring for an operational assistant, mean to say those people at the back end to support the event, not about the trainer.
But isn't it good that you have those passion?
But for them, right, when they are hiring for that one position, they just look at the job description that is needed. So whatever that's not needed, they are not considering.
Ew.
Yeah, so the interviewer rejected me at the moment. So I was so sad that
Uh-huh.
I cried when I went out of the building.
Oh my God, seriously?
Yeah, so this was the worst thing that could happen in my life at that point of time.
Do you have a full-time job at that time?
I was actually not having a full-time job at the moment because I was like all into investing. So I
Wow,
was like even learn
dedicated.
yeah, I was even learning like forex trading back then. So I wanted to live my own life.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So after that, right, after the interviewer rejected me, I was so sad for a few days that I told myself, like, when the interviewer rejected me, why not I just build my own career, build my own
Yeah.
opportunity. I find my own opportunity.
Wow, so instead of relying on people that give you the chance, why don't you create your own?
Yeah, so that's why after a few months, I literally built my own financial education company.
Wow.
Yeah, and then now the rest is history. I became a coach. Then I I affected like more than thousands of students. Yeah, and the business itself was a seven-figure business.
Oh my God, Daniel, you're such a legend.
Yeah, so what it means is that when one thing hits you in your life, don't be disappointed. I mean, you can be sad for a while, but don't treat it as the end of whatever that you want to do. Find another way. There will always be opportunity along the way for you to be successful. As long as you have got the skills, you are prepared.
So from your story, if you feel the emotion, you're allowed for a few days to express your own.
Mhm.
Like if you feel sad, yeah, it's okay for you to cry. It's okay for you to feel not happy for a few days, but you definitely need to move on. You can't stuck there forever. If you stop there forever, that means your life is just like that. You won't have any other improvement in life. So instead of just being sad all the time, why not we turn the sadness into your motivation and treat it as a chance for you to discover another path, right? If I trust that if they accept your application, then they hire you, you will never ever be an entrepreneur.
Yeah, I will just get a fixed salary that is like just maybe like $2,000 per month, which was like even below average.
So it looks like it is good at the same time, but the level of the good is just there, like persistent. But for your situation, you experience a downtime and then you just enjoying a even greater situation afterwards.
Yeah, so maybe I can just summarize this because this is very similar to what we shared last time from this book. I may be wrong, from the author Liion, who is a Swedish. So he said that this too shall pass. Everything, no matter what it is, good thing or bad thing, it will get past. Nothing is permanent.
Yes. So when you are enjoying your twilight at the moment, just to be humble and prepare that the time will be bad, not as good as now. So just try to prepare yourself for that. But if you're experiencing a very bad time, a very tough time in your life, just trust that there's still hope waiting for you. You just haven't reached that point yet.
Precisely. So I want to move on to the next part, which relates very closely to this, which is about emotional bias.
Yes, so the authors shared that we do not need to be purely optimistic, that trusting that everything will be okay, will be fine, things will be laid out smoothly. Instead, we must be sensibly optimistic, which means we know that there will be full of challenges in the path, in the journey in front, but then we are still having a very good time afterwards.
Yes. So, oppositely, we don't want to be like really pessimistic when bad things happen. So there will always be something good that is happening along the bad ones. It sounds counterintuitive, but you know what it means. So it is a stock market. You know the stock price, right? Let's say when the company is so good,
Let's say
that
Tesla.
yeah, so the stock price in the long term, it is all the way up.
Oh.
But if you zoom into the short term, there must be some down days. So it will be up a lot, then down a bit, up a lot, down a bit. Then it forms a trend. So our life is like this.
I remember my SoFi stock.
Mhm.
I bought at the price of $8 per share.
Mhm.
And then after I bought, it jumped all the way to 6 plus. I was so sad I couldn't do anything with it until I think the second times of the earnings report releasing, then I bet it will definitely go up to maybe $8 again because that time was about just about $7. I expect it couldn't go too far, so I just did an option and then I put at the price of $8 per share, which is the original price that I bought.
Meaning to say, when you did that option strategy, you are obliged to sell the shares at $8.
Yes.
Which was the entry price.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that means I did not earn and I did not lose any money from it. So I just sell it at $8 eventually. It was sold and the option was exercised. And then you guess what's afterwards?
What happens?
The stock price, the market price, went all the way up until right now it's $15.
I remember you waited for half a year for that stock to consolidate between $6 to $8. Then after that, just 1, 2 months, it shot up to $15.
Yes, I feel so angry because if I didn't sell that share at the price of $8, I could have sold it at $15 right now, which is about
almost double the gain.
I know, right? I'm like, oh my god.
But based on your experience, I think that your emotions are coming into affecting the decisions that you make the trade, and then it is like clouding your judgment.
Yes. So again, don't think that everything will be good or everything will be bad. Just trust the process. You must know that there must be good and bad times, but eventually it will be good again.
Yeah.
So I think I can share a little bit about our Taiwan trip last time.
Sure.
In about July 2023. So the time, I remember we are traveling from where again? From Hualien to Nantou.
Yes.
Is it Nantou? Yes.
Yeah, so it is actually from the east of Taiwan, which was near the beach, and then we are moving up to a mountain.
Yes, it's about in the center.
Yeah, so we were driving up.
Yes, so it's mountain route. As you know, the mountain route in Taiwan is not very straight route, and then the facilities is not so well. We do not have a proper toilet, at the roadside,
Yes.
or most of the road, we do not have the lamp also.
Yeah, it was really crazy. I mean,
It's so dark.
there was like just one road shared by
Two cars.
two cars from opposite side of the
Yes, and
direction.
there are stones dropping down
Yeah.
also. And then it was about 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
And then just for your knowledge, Taiwan sun goes down very early at about 4 or 5, then the sky will turn dark right afterwards.
Mm.
And then it was very, very dark and it's super cold outside, about 13 degrees Celsius.
Yes.
I mean, if you're from a Western country, it shouldn't be so cold for you, but we are born in Malaysia and we are having about 27, 28 to 30-ish degrees Celsius
Yes.
every
We
day.
didn't even bring any kind of winter clothes. We just like wear our normal t-shirt and shorts.
Yes, and slippers. And then it was very dark outside. Then we trying to drive there, but then halfway the road was blocked because they're having a construction over there.
Yeah, so it was like so surprising that that was the main road between the cities. And then it was actually blocked and it was only open for just two time slots in a day. And each time slot is just half an hour.
I know, right? So we just literally just missed the hours. We didn't know that.
Yeah.
And if we tried to drive back, that means we go all the way up, then we come down again. We need about 15 hours, which is crazy, as if we don't need to sleep.
Yeah, so back then we didn't have any backup plan. We didn't even expect this was coming.
And we booked a very nice hotel in Nantou.
Yeah.
And then we have no choice, so we have to turn back.
Mm.
If not, we can just actually park at the roadside and then sleep on the car.
Which was so cold.
Yeah,
Mm.
and so dark. We have not had our dinner yet.
Yeah, so we literally just spent like 3 hours driving onto that road that was blocked. Then we drive like 2 to 3 hours back.
Yes, luckily we met a local auntie and uncle who
Yeah,
are very nice. They just offer us to stay in their house for one night,
yeah,
and then they cook for us as well.
yeah. It was so sweet.
I know. So I would like to share this because we thought that it would be very good, right? We're driving from Hualien to Nantou. Then after we reach Nantou, we can enjoy the hotel. We can enjoy the view as well.
Mhm.
But then in the middle of the way, halfway, we encounter some challenges which are not expected.
Mm. But we just like quickly find a solution.
So from up we go down,
Mhm.
and then we enjoy the up again because somebody willing to give us a bed for a night.
Yeah, although we were sleeping with the bugs.
The insects,
Yeah, it was crazy. And then we were showering in purely cold water
the mountain water.
yeah, in 13 degrees Celsius.
Yes. But then we didn't think too badly because we know that eventually we'll reach there, just that it's trying to give us more experiences.
Mm.
So which is a good thing, lah.
After we had slept there for one night, then the next morning, we just continued our journey because the road was open for that certain time frame.
I remember 7 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, yeah. So we woke up early, so we drive there, and then after we passed that blockage, then we reach the mountain with like insanely good view. Do you still remember that?
I definitely can't forget about this because I remember we just randomly stopped at the roadside trying to take a few pictures because it was so amazing. I've never seen this kind of view before.
It is like you don't even need a camera. You just like simply shoot anywhere. No,
Yeah.
it is a good picture. It is a good scene.
So actually, if we just successfully drove to Nantou at night, we won't be able to experience this kind of thing.
Yeah,
We
agree.
won't see this view because everywhere is dark. We literally just can't see anything. So although we are having a bad time, but it will be good eventually.
Yeah, so our journey, right, we were actually sensibly optimistic because we believe that the Taiwan trip, it is going to be a good one for us. but we also recognize that there will be some challenges during the trip itself.
Yep. So it is quite similar to the idea of positive intelligence quotient in Vishen Lakiani book called The Buddha and the Badass. So it shares about positive optimist, which is quite similar to the sensibly optimist, right? So it taught us about, although we are still experiencing the darkest moment in our life, although we are having a very tough time right now, but then those positive optimists will still be able to see light and hope when they are having their tough time.
Yeah, so coming back to our book, although the book itself is called The Psychology of Money, but you can see that most of the knowledge is applicable to every areas of our life.
So it is not just about money, because remember that we shared about when you need to have something, you must have the identity first before the universe actually gives you the thing. So if you want to become a millionaire with a lot of money, you need to have this kind of mindset shaping your identity as a millionaire, because millionaire doesn't born to be a millionaire. He or she definitely need to go through a lot of things in life before they actually become a millionaire, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so this is essential not just to build your wealth, but build you as a very strong person.
Definitely. So in terms of like getting more money in your life, you need to first note that, for example, you need to see how money and the choices that you have.
Yes.
Yeah, and then when you have got more money, it doesn't mean that you are
everything. You are the king of the world.
Yes. The key is to be free.
Mm.
You have got the freedom to do anything you want. That is the highest form of wealth. This one I cannot agree more.
Yes, me too.
Yes. So if you can change that perspective, then you are already on the path to a more fulfilling financial future.
Yeah. So are you ready for that? So if you are ready to become a millionaire, first of all, you have to change your mindset. You need to change it to a better one and match with your identity as a millionaire.
If you are wondering whether to stay in your current job or move on to something new,
head over to www.empowerlion.com/SS and take our stay or slay quiz. It is a simple way to figure out if it is time to stay put or make a big change in your career. Thank you for joining us on this episode of the Future Builders podcast by Empower Lion, and we will see you next time with more insights. Stay tuned. Bye.